Yeah, I like to keep it mellow. I smoke and keep it mellow. I drink and keep it mellow. Every day I keep it mellow.
What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I actually got tagged by another medical student YouTuber named Rashid, and what he tagged me in is this thing called a medical school tag. And basically what it is 15 questions kind of asking about me and my medical experiences. It's going to be more of kind of like a Q&A or a video to help you guys get to know me a little bit better. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. I'm going to be reading these questions off my phone, so if I'm looking down at something, that's what I'm looking at. The first question is, who are you? Basically your name and age. So my name's Ethan Jose and I'm 25 years old. The second question is, when did I start studying medicine? So I started my pre-med courses in 2010. That's when I started my undergrad, and then I graduated in 2014, took 2 gap years, and then I started medical school the fall of 2016. The third question is, what made you choose the medical field? That's a really long answer, and I kind of answered that in my how I got into medical school video. I'm gonna put that link up here. But the main events that inspired me to go into medicine was probably my first 2 injuries in gymnastics. When I was about 11 or 12, I had a lot of knee pain, and I saw an ortho and they said that I actually tore my ACL. He just did the drawer test where you basically pull your knee out, and if it's able to shift, then that's indicative of an ACL tear. He didn't want to scan me. He didn't want to do anything further. He's like, your ACL's torn and you're done. You should quit gymnastics. That's pretty heartbreaking to hear as an 11 or 12-year-old. And so we got a second opinion and they said, no, your ACL is probably not torn. We wouldn't want to do surgery. I think I got an MRI for it and it said it was negative. So all I did was rehab and my knee was better and I was still doing gymnastics. The main thing I'm trying to get at is my interaction with these doctors really early on helped inspire me into pursuing a career in medicine so I could help other people or other future athletes pursue their passion. Or that kind of really sparked my interest in medicine, and then through volunteer work I learned that I like to help people. And I also grew up really enjoying my science courses, so I thought it was a great way to kind of merge my interest in science and my interest in helping people, and that's how I got interested in medicine. Fourth question is, how did you come up with your blog name / username? And that's pretty simple. My name's Ethan Jose, so the first 2 letters are my initials, and then the last part is fitness. This all started with actually Instagram. I started an Instagram account back in 2014. I just had gotten over shoulder surgery and I was really skinny. I lost all my muscle mass that I got from gymnastics, and I was just kind of tired of being inactive and I wanted to do something that was still physically challenging. So I basically started this Instagram account to show what I was doing to get back into shape, show what I was eating, just kind of inspire people and help keep me accountable for working out and staying healthy. The goal was to always start a YouTube channel, and I just started out on Instagram, kind of testing the water, seeing how everything went, and then eventually I just kept the same username over to YouTube. The 5th question is, how would you describe your blog / channel? Obviously, it's a fitness channel, as you can tell by my name, but it's also a med school channel or medicine channel, as you can tell by my most recent videos in this video. Initially, it started out as purely a fitness channel. I started it when I was applying to medical school. I knew I wanted to do something different with fitness, give people real evidence, science-based findings that really help improve fitness and health. I didn't want to do just some regular old bro science fitness channel. I really wanted to do something that was different and really impacted other people's lives. That was my main goal when I started the channel, and as I got into med school I realized that people could also benefit from my experiences in med school, so I kind of just decided to bring both aspects of my life together in one channel, even though my username doesn't really portray that. Hopefully both audiences can kind of find something beneficial out of the videos I post, but that would best describe my channel. Question number 6, what is your favorite quote? It's kind of a cliche quote, but I think it's helped me a lot throughout my life, is you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I mean, obviously it's taken in the context of sports, but it can be related to any aspect of your life, because growing up I was always shy. I was always afraid to put myself out there. I was always afraid to get out of my comfort zone and really push myself. I found that quote really helped me get out of my comfort zone. It really helped me say, you know, I don't care if I'm gonna fail. I don't care if someone's gonna say no. I don't care if people are gonna think I'm dumb for doing this. I'm just gonna do it because that's what I want to do, and I'm gonna give it all I got. And I think that's really helped me not just get into med school school or do well on the gymnastics team, but I think it's really helped me with social media and this YouTube channel. And I think especially if you're really shy, I think it's a great quote that you can apply to your life, just because there's no reason why you should be held back from doing what you want to do. That would be my favorite quote so far. 7th question is, what's your best memory in medical school? That would probably have to be my 6-week anatomy course. That was definitely the worst time of medical school so far. I was only sleeping 6 hours a day. I was basically studying or in the anatomy or cadaver lab the whole entire time. I had no time for anything else, and it was really intense. It was the most I've ever studied ever in my life. Looking back at it, it showed me that I'm able to do this. I am completely competent to do this, and during that course I was able to bond with all of my classmates. I have some really good friends now through that. And you know, it's just when you think about medicine, when you think about med school, you're studying bio, you're studying chem, but you're like, how does this really apply to what I want to do? But anatomy, that's like straight up what you're gonna be doing. It just felt like I was finally studying what I wanted to really study. So that was really cool about anatomy. Even though it sucked, even though it was really time intensive, that's still my favorite memory from med school. Question 8 is, what is one course you really struggled with? I wouldn't say this course that I struggled with was the hardest, but it's a course that I did the worst in. It's called Principles of Physiology, Pharmacology, and Pathology. And it was just a big jumbled mess of drugs, physiology, the pathology of certain diseases, and it was right before winter break. And it was immediately after anatomy, so I was burnt out after anatomy. I didn't want to study. I was completely checked out, and I just wasn't mentally in it. It taught me that you can't really check out of med school. No matter how bad you want that break, you really have to push yourself and tell yourself that this is in your best interest for the future. So question number 9 is, what is your favorite book? My favorite book is A Case of Need by Michael Crichton. So if you're looking for a book, a really interesting book that you want to stay glued to and that you can potentially talk about in your med school interviews, I highly recommend A Case of Need by Michael Crichton. The 10th question is, what do you do in your free time? This is what I do in my free time. So if I'm not working out, if I'm not making YouTube videos, if I'm not editing YouTube videos, then I probably am watching a series on Netflix or watching a movie. Recently, since it's summertime, we've been doing a lot of outdoor things. I really enjoy wakeboarding. I would say that's my next most favorite hobby is wakeboarding or being out on the water. Question 11 is, what do I want to major in or specialize in? And I really want to do orthopedic surgery just because that's what inspired me to get into medicine this whole entire time. I know that sounds really cliche, a guy that works out and lifts weights wants to get into orthopedic surgery, but really it's more than that. For me to be able to give back to future athletes and allow them to perform at their best is really one of my goals, and I think it would just be great if there were more doctors who told athletes that they could do something instead of they couldn't do something. And I don't want people to get their dreams crushed because some doctor doesn't want to take the time into fully investigating an injury and telling them that they should quit right off the bat. Question number 12 is, who do I look up to? I guess whenever things are going tough and whenever I'm really lacking internal motivation, I always look to my parents for motivation. Both my parents don't have a college degree, all they have is their high school degree. My mom is in sales and my dad's an engineer or does computer design. They were both able to create a really successful living and give my sister and I a ton of opportunities, and they were able to work extremely hard to get where they are today. And whenever I feel like I don't want to study or I don't want to be productive, I just kind of think about them and how much of a shame it would be for me to let their hard work go to waste. Or I also think of my future kids and how I want to be able to give my kids the same opportunities, if not more, than I was able to have. My parents are my main motivating factors. I owe everything to them, and whenever things are getting tough, I always use them as inspiration. Question 13 is, how do I study productively? I actually made an entire video on how I study, so I will put that link up here, but basically I created my own method that works best for me, and I stick to that method, and I try to eliminate all distractions, social media, TV, things like that. I try my best to do that. I block out my time, like 50-minute study periods, and then take a break. So yeah, that's pretty much my routine. If you want to check out my study method, like I said, I'll be in that video above. Question 14 is, how do you stay motivated in medical school? That can be really tough, especially in your preclinical years, because you're like, why the hell am I studying this? has nothing to do with what I want to do. Like studying hyperthyroidism has nothing to do with orthopedic surgery, but I gotta learn it. You just have to think about the overall big picture. One, you know that's gonna come back on your boards, so you have to know all this for your boards, because if you don't do well on your boards, then you're not gonna be able to practice the medicine you wanna practice. And two, maybe you wanna do ortho now, but I decide to be an endocrinologist later. You always have to learn the basic principles of medicine so that you can be the best doctor possible. Another way to think about it is I'm doing this for my future patients. I know that I don't wanna let my patients down, so I need to study this now and get this down now so I don't put their lives at risk. Thinking about all the hard work I've already put in, it would be a shame to let all that hard work go to waste. All those sacrifices I made in undergrad and pre-med, it would be a really big shame to let that all go to waste and blow off med school or blow off studying. The 15th question and the final question is, what are your best tips for future medical students? Let's see, my best tip for future medical students or pre-med students would be know why you're getting into this. Know why you're doing this. If you don't know why you're doing this, then you probably shouldn't be doing this. And you probably won't be happy doing this. Always ask yourself, why do I want to be a doctor? What am I trying to accomplish here? Is this something I truly enjoy? Because if it's not something you really enjoy, then your passion or your time is better spent going towards your passion. You should be doing medicine for you. You should be doing medicine for your enjoyment, your desires, not for social status, not for money, not for pleasing your parents. It should be for you. It should come within. External motivation can only get you so far, and I really think that in order for you to be happy with medicine as a career, it has to come from the inside. Those are all the questions that were on the med school tag, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. Alright, we're here. We're here at the Oakland Coliseum to watch the Oakland A's play against the Houston Astros. Houston Astros are the best in the league, so hopefully we'll come out with a win tonight. Is the food we got. Something happened to my relish there. It came out in one big piece. They most likely lost. They're still playing, but it's not looking good, so we're leaving. But it's a good game, it's a lot of fun. You have a good time.
You kind of been traveling a while, huh?
I flew here right after I finished classes, and then we went to Hawaii last week for a vacation, so.
That's kind of what we're thinking as far as the ambassador program goes. Get it down on a contract for you.
So today we're going to try some Koja Kitchen.
Today, we just finished eating at Koja Kitchen. It's really good. And today is Madison's last day in California, which really sucks. So we're taking her back to the airport. See ya. Other way. Love you. Alright, today's the next day. Tomorrow, we're going boating, so I'm gonna take this cover off and start cleaning up the boat and get it ready for tomorrow. Alright, here she is. These are super dirty, so I'm gonna try and clean all that up and then clean up on the inside in there. We got something very special in the mail today. Look at that. Guys, hope you enjoyed the vlog of the last few days I spent in California. I'm back now doing research for the orthopedic surgery department, and I'm thinking about doing a couple of different things. I'm thinking about doing 2 videos a week. One's gonna be basically a educational type fitness video. The second video will be a med school based / vlog video. So let me know if you guys wanna see this. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna probably start doing Instagram live videos once a week. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me right here. I'm thinking about it'll probably be maybe like Wednesdays or Thursdays around 7 or 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let me know if this is a good time for you guys. I just want to be able to answer all of your questions and interact with you guys more. So hopefully you guys will find those live sessions really helpful. And yeah, that's it. If you guys watched this entire video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.